What's up guys, it's Cozmos here, and in this video, I'm going to be covering the best competitive settings of Fortnite Season 4 that will boost your FPS and lower your input delay, as well as giving you some secret settings that pros use that you don't. Getting right into it, let's start with display settings. For windowed mode, I recommend you use full screen over windowed full screen because that gives you the lowest input delay, and for resolution, 1920 by 1080 is a really solid option. However, for those of you on low-end systems, you could benefit from using a stretched resolution. Some resolutions that I've tested that give me more FPS consistently are on the screen right now, so you can go ahead and try them out. Now for frame rate limit, for AMD and Nvidia users, set this to 1 FPS value above your monitor's hertz. As an example, if you have a 60 Hz monitor, set your in-game FPS to 120, same goes for 144 Hz monitors, set your frame rate limit to 160 FPS and follow this based on what hertz your monitor has. For brightness in colorblind mode, I recommend using Tritanope on 125% brightness with your colorblind strength on 8. This livens up the game a little bit and helps you to see in the storm a bit easier. For extra vibrance and to make the game look more nostalgic, you can go ahead and download Vibrance GUI in the description and change your game's vibrance to make it super colorful and bright. I have a full video showing you how to do that you could check out in either the top right or in the description after this video. For graphics quality settings, if you're on performance mode, you'll have to change to DX11 to apply these settings because, believe it or not, DX11 settings do carry over to performance mode. I know it's weird, but that's how it is. With that said, keep anti-aliasing and super resolution turned off, and for people without a low-end PC, keep your 3D resolution set to 100%, but if you are on a low-end PC, set this to 75 or 80 to give you some extra FPS without sacrificing your game quality too much. Then what you want to do is set your view distance to medium. With medium view distance, you can see items and builds from a very comfortable distance. Then turn shadows off and have your textures on low. Auto download high-res textures and high-res texture reminders should both be turned off as well. Have effects and post-processing both turned on low. Down in your advanced graphics, turn VSync off, and for rendering mode, I still recommend using performance mode as it's just the best rendering mode, and it's a lifesaver for people on low-end PCs because it can genuinely make your game perform way better. Now it's time to cover some in-game settings. Let's start with auto open doors. I always recommend having this turned on because it keeps you from getting stuck on your builds if you miss a corner edit, and it's also going to save your life if you're running from someone and you need to get to a building quicker. For confirm edit on release, I recommend you have this turned on because honestly, no matter how much people try to convince themselves that not using edit on release makes them faster, you just edit so much faster and smoother using edit on release, and it saves you from needing to click your edit key twice. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but just use edit on release, boys. For HUD scale, set this to 75 so it's not too big or too small, and you can get all the information you need at a quick glance without needing to pull one of these to see where you're going on the map. Getting into sensitivity, of course this is all personal preference, but a good guide to finding the perfect sensitivity for you is by having your DPI set to 800 and then playing around and testing between 6 to 9% on your X and Y and 20 to 40% on your target and scope sensitivity. I took a look at a bunch of pro sensitivities and the majority of them have sensitivities within these ranges and most play at 800 DPI, so go ahead and experiment to find out what feels best for you. And if you'd like a starting point, here's my sensitivity for you to try out. For keyboard and mouse players on both PC and console, Fortnite has recently integrated double movement directly into the game, so you don't need any third-party software to use double movement anymore. To enable double movement, go to your sensitivity tab and turn on use custom diagonals. The best diagonals to use in my opinion are 75 on your forward diagonal and just leave the backward diagonal alone at 135. Cypher PK and Jarian made really good videos explaining the ins and outs of double movement, so I'll leave both of their videos down below for you to check out. Finally, for visualized sound effects, I personally have turned this back on because of the competitive advantage to seeing really far away reboot vans, people walking, chests, and more, and it really drew me back into using this setting, and I recommend you do the same so you can have that advantage as well. Pro players like Boga and Clicks use this setting for those exact same reasons. With that being said guys, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it in the future, please leave a like and subscribe, and use code Cozmos in the Fortnite item shop if you'd like to support me and my content further. So thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and have an amazing day.